Tyson with backpackflyfishing.com. I love Tenkara fly fishing. However, one challenge I've always had is that I like to move from spot to spot a lot when I'm fishing, and often I have to crawl through brush or get through some pretty tight spaces. And you can't really have a 12 or 13 foot rod and get through those spaces without getting your rod snagged on a tree branch and potentially breaking it. So what I've been doing is collapsing my rod down, but then you're left with the problem of what do you do with all this line that's hanging off the end? You don't have a reel, so what are you going to do with it? And I've tried all different methods. I've tried wrapping it around my hand. It's kind of slow and it can get tangled and twisted that way too. Plus your hand is kind of committed to that while you're moving around, so you really can't use it that much. The lines come with this tiny little spool, but it takes forever to wind the line on there. It's a pretty slow process and it's just really not for me. So what I've been looking for is a solution that doesn't involve a separate piece of equipment that I have to hold or that I might drop or lose to wind the line around, and I think I've come up with it. The solution involves easy keepers, which are hook keepers meant for spinning rods or bait casting rods, and it's just a little piece of plastic that you would hook the lure onto with an O-ring that you attach to the rod. So if you want to use this line management system, you'll need 2 of these. They're about $4 each, and they're available at Bass Pro Shops. All you need to do is to attach the easy keepers to your Tenkara fly rod with the supplied O-rings and point them in opposite directions. So one should be pointing toward the tip of the rod, and then one should be pointing toward the handle of the rod. And let's just get a little bit closer of a look at what that looks like. Now you notice I spaced these about 10 inches apart, and that's just because when I'm winding the line on here, it's going to pick up a lot faster than something like that small little spool. Now when you want to move spots, collapse your rod as normal, and place your index finger over the opening in the rod. This will just keep the line from pulling the tip out and potentially breaking it while you wind. Grab the butt end of the leader, start at the bottom, and just wind the line loosely between the 2 plastic pieces that are sticking out. Now it's important to note that you don't want to put too much tension on this because that could cause line twist and some kinks in the leader. So just gently wrap it around there, just enough to hold it in place. And once you start getting down to the tippet, I'm going to do a close-up here and show you what you do at the end. So I don't know how well you can see this or not, but right here and on this side too, there's actually another little O-ring. And all you have to do is take the end of your tippet and just slide it in there, and that'll keep it from coming out. So you don't have to hold the end of the tippet while you're walking around. Now the nice thing is that there's one here, and then at the other end there's also 2 more. So if your tippet is a different length, you can always find a good place to secure the end of the tippet. If you're worried about the plastic clips getting in the way, don't worry, because you can easily flip them down. One nice thing about these easy keepers is that they're so lightweight and so small, they won't affect your casting or add any significant weight to the rod. So anyway, that's my line management solution. Let me know what you think on my blog at backpackflyfishing.com.